So the primary and secondary cost elements are related. Then I mean before that also, even we have done the configuration for controlling area and number ranges. Already I have explained about those two things. Then in addition to that, even we have seen the cost element categories also. Then how they are in ECC, how they are in S4HANA. So, so now no more cost element concept in S4HANA controlling level. So all GLs are turned into the FI level. Now, let us continue the configuration. So the configuration posting period variant, assign posting period variant, this we have already done. Now, document types and number ranges. In controlling, it will be this screen. If I go to transaction code, number ranges where I am maintaining, even in ECC also, you can able to see all these number ranges. The similar way, if you see here, if I go to OBA7, this is ECC6. This is the ECC6 system. Now the similar number range, what you can see, apart from document type CO, where you can see the document type CO, what they have introduced in S4HANA, it's for especially for the secondary cost element postings, CO. This concept was not available in ECC 6.0. This is the one biggest change in S4HANA system in terms of documents, document type perspective, in terms of documents. Just got some stuck. Okay, so this is a vendor. Okay, I'll come again. So the number ranges, anyhow, we know that how to maintain the number ranges. If we want to maintain the number ranges one by one, it is a difficult. So what we can do, we can copy the number ranges. So we can use number, we can use any existing company code, because the number ranges which already there. So we can use them, then we can copy the number ranges. Okay. Now see CO, this is the document type, what they have given. So each document type, we must have to define separate number ranges in order to post the, and also in order to generate a document number. Then again, the document number ranges is a year-end activity. Then I'll maintain here. This is a very important one. So consistency check, I will let you know. This is a configuration, document types and document types and number ranges. So the document types and the number ranges are the here, the number ranges of document is a year-end activity, yearly. The number ranges of document need to maintain once in a year. So meaning that every year we have to maintain the number ranges for the document. Then, so now there are 3 transaction codes are there, which I want to copy the number ranges. So let me go to OBH1, OBH2, OBH3. Copy the number ranges. Copy number ranges here. Then OBH1, sorry, OBH1. Okay, I'll put it here. Then OBH2, then OBH3. So these are the 3, even the same. This is also the same in ECC also. Then the number range, let me give 0 to ZZ. Physical year 2022. So the what is the source company code which I want to copy? 17102, company code B001. Let me give you our company code. The number ranges which are already exist, those are all copying. Okay, so now I have copied for 2020 because this company code has only the up to 2020. Then let me go to OBH2. Now I will copy within the company code B001. The number range is 012 ZZ. From physical year is a 2020. I will 2020. I'll give. To physical year is a 2023. Let me execute. So all number ranges are copied. So no need to create one by one here. Then number ranges are we have copied. Now tolerance groups for the before going to the tolerance groups, field status group. This is one of the important configuration. Now /n OBC4. What is meant by the field status group and why it should be required? Let's say, so most of the cases we can, we will not create any new thing. Then we can copy the existing field status group here. Now, under this field status group, under this field status variant, I have the field status groups are available. Sir, are you following?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm able.
No problem. No problem. Because, okay, now, so the field status group, how it will be used? Now, let's say I'm posting a document. Let us assume I'm posting a one document. Now, here, if you see here, the document segments has been divided into the one is a header part, another one is a line item part here. It has been divided. Now, here, so the field status group, it is going to control which fields are required, which fields are not required. Let's say, so if I would say here, field status group, here, field status group, field status group, field status group, it controls which fields are required, which fields are not required at the time of posting. At the time of posting. So here, for every document, for debit, I have a 70 plus fields are available. Then for credit also I have a 70 plus fields are available here. If you see here, so the standard SAP has given a number of fields, but at the time of posting, which field is required, which field does not required, then I need to have a clear visibility, because unnecessary, if I want to key the 150 fields, that is wasting of my time. So if I want to post a document here, I would require is a document date, document type, company code, currency, and posting date. Then posting key and GL account is to be required in the debit screen. So if this is the case, where the controls are coming from, so this will be decided at this field status group, especially for the document type, especially when we are posting a different document types. This will be controlled at field status group. If I go here inside of this one, general data, assignment number. If assignment number is a required or text is a required field, where suppress means nothing, it won't ask. Required in the sense it is a mandatory field. Without keying this field, I cannot move forward. If it is optional, these are the optional fields. If I can say, these are the optional fields. It is available whether we can key or does not key. System will allow us to move forward. This is the one of the control which will be happen. But how this will be interlinked? The field status group will be interlinked to my GL account. So let me copy the field status group. Around 43 are there. If it is a required, even we can create based on our business requirement. The field status groups can be created. Let me go back. Let me copy this one. I'm not sure whether we have created B001. We have not created. Let me copy that one. B00 field status group of for B00. Then select copy all so that it will copy all 43 entries which are already exist. Then save it. Now this field status group to be assigned to my company code. N OBC 5 B001. See now B00. Let me assign then save it. Now I have assigned the field status group, but more visibility we will have at the time of posting. I will explain you more and more. Then once the field status configuration will be completed, then if I can see here, then document types, open and closed posting periods, tolerance groups for the employee, we can see this one. Then here, if I want to go to the tolerance groups here, then financial accounting global settings, document, then tolerance groups, define tolerance groups for the employee here. So now the tolerance group for the employee, what is the usage of this one? The tolerance group of the employee. So the tolerance group, let's say tolerance, if I would say tolerance groups in general, the tolerance groups can be used for controls, if I would say controls. So how the controls will be used. So now let's say now there is a person X, Y, and Z. 3 people are working in the same department. So these 3 are working in, let's say, finance department. They are working. So the management has given a, like, let's say the role. Okay, X is the user, Y is the key user, Z is the manager. So in FI department, 3 roles are there. One is a user, another one is a key user, and another one is a manager. So my business requirement would be if there is any document, irrespective of either it's a GL document, let us talk about GL. If the document value it consists of from the user should able to post only from 1 rupee to 999. Then 9,990 rupees only, 99 rupees only, this user can able to post. In case if it is if the document value beyond that limit, then 10,000 to, let's say, 50,000 rupees. Then the user, the manager, 50,000 to unlimited. So if I would like to have these controls, the user level controls we can define. Based on the controls, the system will act. These are the tolerance groups of the users. Then
Sir,
that will
here
define.
how the
Yes.
amount is defined here. For example, one document having multiple debit and credit is there. Okay, so
Yes,
is
sir.
that only debit total will be considered or credit total will be considered when we are saying that 129,999?
Okay. Okay. See, it considered both debit and credit. Okay. So because as per the accounting standard, if the debit and credit will have the equal value, then only the system will allow us to post. If that
Okay,
should be the
correct.
case, yeah, the debit and credit, the system will consider both the line items, sir.
So both line items means, for example, I posted 1 rupee debit, 1 rupee credit. If you say
Exactly.
actually null, zero value, actually debit and equal nullifying, but value consider 2 rupees.
No, no, no. It's a
No,
only because
then
what it is having, debit is having 1 rupee, right? Credit is having 1 rupee. It's
yes,
not the 2 rupees, only 1 rupee. The value,
one.
the you
So
see
it
the
is
document value, what it consists.
okay. That
The
means that
document
one
value. See,
either debit
yes,
total or credit
exactly.
total will be considered.
Exactly, exactly. The total document value, if I would say the value of the document.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if the user is not, if for example some jobs will be scheduled automatically, it gets posted. If this tolerance group is not assigned, then there is no limit.
Yes, there is no limit in the sense. In such cases, there is another scenario what we have to follow. We have to create separate user for that one. Okay, for background, most are the
Yeah.
cases in real time. What will happen?
Mm.
We
But
will create a separate user ID for the, I mean, the particular user. Then that user
ba-
ID
ba-
will be assigned.
correct.
Yes, yes, yes.
So in that case, we will not assign generally, or uh, it is unlimited. If it is not assigned any amount, it is
No, no.
unlimited amount.
See,
That also.
unlimited amount in the sense, even for background jobs also, we must have to assign particular user. That user should have the access for unlimited access. It doesn't mean it should not stop anywhere. But here the tolerance group again, it is, I
Mm,
mean, it's depends on the organization. Most 90% of the organizations will not define the tolerance groups, because let's say what I need to do. Yeah. But even some organizations might be defined. So what will happen? Let's say if I'm defining the group, that group need to be assigned I mean, the particular users to be assigned that particular group. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay, for that particular company code combination, it must has to assign. Otherwise, it won't work. So that is the reason what we used to do in general for practice purpose. What we can do, we can just leave the blank here. The group we will not create anything. Even if you create group also, nothing harm. Doesn't mean that it should not work. It will work. But the only challenge is that again, one more additional activity we must have to perform. I need to assign users with the combination of tolerance group. That is the only biggest challenge here. Otherwise, it nothing. Fine.
so bad job
So
also has to be mapped in this case.
exactly, exactly.
Mm,
That username, whatever the username we are creating, that username along with the tolerance group, we must have to map. Yes.
okay.
See, somebody has assigned, this is my user ID, S22 user 21. I don't know who has assigned to ARI1. I don't know what is this tolerance groups. Maybe it will harm. This is my user ID only. I don't know. Without my intervention, somebody has assigned it. S22 user 21. I don't know what is. See, now again it will have the restrictions. But now these restrictions will be relevant for particular that company code, because that you if I use the same company code, then that configuration will be applicable. Otherwise, it won't applicable. See now tolerance groups. So now see most of the cases tolerance groups are blank only. Even the similar way you can see there are tolerance groups also. You can come down. See now tolerance groups also. It's a depends on the business requirement purely. If I would say, it's a depends on the business requirement. Then click on inventories. Company code B001. Let me give this one. The amount per document. You can see here, sir. Your question now. Amount per
Okay.
document. Let me give 999. If it is a controls, then you can give how much you want the controls. If you leave blank here, it's a meaning that it's unlimited. I'm just leaving blank here. It's unlimited. There are no restrictions. If you want to key some amount, you can key here also, whatever you want.
Hello.
It's taking time. Yes, sir. It is saving.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, no
It
problem. Yeah.
is taking time. Okay, fine. So that is the use of, okay, it's already saved. Okay, so now I left here is a blank. In case if you wish to have some percentage of the discount amount, particular document, either 2% to 3%, then that this user will be allowed only that amount, that percentage of the amount. It is a irrespective of the I mean the this one, I mean what I can say, that payment terms. If say in the discount, usually we will calculate based on the terms of payments. But if you do not want to buy terms of payment by user, then this is where what we can map the discount here. Some percentage that up to there the system will allow, but apart from that, system does not allow to that particular users. Then going back here, then assign this is not required anyhow. Now, so the next configuration step, field status group, assign company code, assign tax procedure to country. Then, so to assign the tax procedure, again, global financial accounting global settings, tax and sales and purchases, basic settings, check calculation procedure here. Then now define procedure. Okay, which the procedure which is already there, but let us see country for India, which procedure it has been assigned, because each and every country has their local rules. According to the local rules, we have to follow the tax deductions. So somebody has already been assigned this procedure. So country level. So because our company code has been defined under country India. So already this procedure is assigned. So no need to define a new procedure, no need to assign. Okay, if we want our own procedure during the GST configuration, yes, definitely we will define the new one and we'll see that one. Then go back. So maintain controlling area. Controlling area related configuration we have already done, yes, in the last session. Now document types, define BP number ranges. This is a very important one, the BP number ranges. Now, sir, please concentrate here. This is a very, very important one for us. And also, this change in S4HANA, it is completely overruled. I mean, customer vendor concept as what is there in ECC. Now it's a business partner, complete BP in S4HANA. Okay, now let's say in ECC, first I'll explain you. In ECC 6.0, if I want to create vendor or customer. Okay, so now what we need to do? We have to create, if I want to create any vendor and customer, so there are some prerequisites in ECC 6.0. What are the prerequisites? I should have the vendor. Let's say for the vendor or okay, I'll take it some vendor group. If I want to have a vendor group, how we were defining the vendor groups? We were defining is a, let's say, service vendors, service service vendors, then let's say some material material suppliers, material suppliers. Let's say now I have the HR vendors. So employee vendors, I'll put it here as a, instead of employee vendors, let's say treasury vendors. Now, so what we were defining, we were defining the different types of vendors. Then the number ranges we were defining, then vendor group, then number ranges. Then let's say the number ranges which I'm defining, which I want to define ECC6. Let me show you that configuration here. Financial accounting, vendor, so master data. So now preparations. Let's say I'm going to create one group. Let's say I'm going to create one group. So let me create one group A001. Okay, let's say the service vendors of A001. So now I just have created one vendor group here. Then now, so while generation of the vendor master, then I would require is a number ranges, particular number range. Then number ranges. Let me intervals. Let me choose any number range. Okay, EB. Let me choose the EB, which is already exist one, which does not use it here. Okay. So now, because if you want, we can create that one. Then assign number ranges for A001. Here it is there. Then the number range which I want to use is the EB. So now that's it. If I want to create any vendor master data in ECC, let me go to create that one. /n FD01, sorry, XD01 or FD01. FD01 is for the FI vendor. XD0, sorry, XD, sorry, not DK, sorry, XK01, XK01 is for my vendors. So what is the company code? Company code, let me give the company code is here is the A001. Now account group. Account group, what I have defined, vendor account group A001 I have defined. Then let me create here. So now I can able to create vendor in ECC6 with this combination. Combination in the sense with these three setups. The number ranges is what we have assigned is a E0. So now let's say the number range assignment. Assign number ranges to vendor. So here, so the number ranges which I have already assigned. So the number ranges which I have assigned here. Then the number ranges which we have assigned some 1 lakh to some 10099 which we have assigned. Then this is the what we were doing in ECC 6.0. But now in S4HANA, to create in S4HANA to create a vendor or customer, we have to follow the below steps. First thing is that we have to follow the below steps. Then second thing is that now I'll put it here. No more in S4HANA, no more customer vendor. Only concept, only business partner. Business partner concept is enabled here. But remember, business partner concept is not a new concept. Even in ECC also, all FSCM related, like it's a collections management, a dispute management, credit management. Okay, credit management, again, that was a different case. Then for treasury, even we were able to use the business partner concept only. But okay, better I can put this one below because I want to elaborate more and more here. Then in S4HANA, this is the ECC 6.0. This is the S4HANA. Then the next thing is that, so on S4HANA is completely role based, not the authorization based, not the authorization, not the authorization based here. So it is completely role based. So earlier, if I see here my user ID, let me show you this one, how the authorization and role, what is the difference between SU01 SAP user, this is my user ID. If you see here, in S4, in ECC 6.0, it is having only roles. So the particular role, if it is a missing, then this particular transaction code does not have access. Roles does not have here. Okay. So now if I go to the here, okay. So now profiles. So here, if you can see here, it's a authorization based. See now, the roles, it's a blank where you can see here in ECC 6.0, roles are blank here. So now if you go to here, this is my authorizations. This is my authorizations. But whereas in S4HANA, okay, even roles also, nothing it is there. ECC complete, S4HANA completely, it's a role based, but now nothing is been assigned, but only the authorization based. SAP ECC 6 was working authorization based. Now, if I go to the similar way, /n SU01D, if you see here, completely the role based, you can see here. These are the standard SAP delivered roles, which we must have to assign. See now, accounts payable for the Poland. Okay, so now if this particular role, if I am the accounts manager, your accounts payable manager, if I would require some approval, then if this role will be assigned, then only that function will work in S4HANA. Otherwise, it won't work. Even the roles also, with help of basis team, we can go for the customization also. We can do the customization. Some Z roles, some G roles also available here. You can see here some G roles also available. Then now you can, now this is a completely role based. So here, what I want to have, if I want to
There is no tab here
create one,
there is no
yes
tab
sir,
for
yes sir, please.
authorization in
No, see,
S4.
S4, it's a completely role based, no authorization based. It's
Okay,
a
the tab itself removed.
completely. No, it is there. It is there. You can see here profiles, which profiles it is available, but it is there. But even it's not working. Okay, so only the completely the role based only. S4HANA completely role based.
Okay.
Yeah. Now coming to our topic, coming back to the BP, I mean vendor. So now this is the process was enough in ECC. Now, if I want to create, if I want to have a now, if I want to create one vendor, now that is been as a business partner. So what process I need to follow? So this concept, please try to concentrate here.
Yep.
The ECC6 concept, this concept is a remain same in S4HANA. This concept is the remains same. But now what addition has been changed here? This is the configuration is a remain same. In addition to that, BP number BP, I should have a separate BP in order to synchronization both BP business partner and customer vendor. What I have to do, I have to define a separate groups. I should have a separate number ranges here. Now let me put it here. Then so here so here instead of vendor, I should have a BP group. The BP
Service vendor.
business partner.
Maybe
No, sir. No, sir. So the business partner is my organization, is a person, or it's an entity, or it's a customer, or it's a vendor. One BP we can create as a person, as an organization, as a vendor, as a customer. We can create n number of. Now here, what I want to do here, let's say now service vendors. Here also I will create service vendors. Then number ranges. This is a very important one, the number ranges here. The number ranges which I am going to map the, okay, which I will map the same number ranges here also. Let's say I will map the similar number range. Okay, assignment of number ranges, that is a doesn't matter, we can assign. Then let's say here is a E0, maybe I can assign here is the B0, because if the number range already used, then now here my vendor number is a vendor group is a differ, BP group is a differ. But for service, the intention here is that it's the same. So here the number ranges are same. How system should know these two number range, BP number range and vendor number range to be used for my customer or to be used for as a vendor. So what we need to do in S4 HANA system, we need to we must have to interlink. We must have to, there is a interlink in interlink between vendor, customer, number ranges with, okay, vendor number when customer groups along with number ranges. So I will take out this one into the above. So now what I'm trying to do here, there is a center place it is there. So now here in this place, what I will do, this number range I will bring into in this place. Then this number range also I will bring into this group along with the group. This group also because if this group already assigned the number ranges, so now this group and as well as this group. So both groups has the same number range here. So in S4 HANA, what will happen? In S4 HANA, so I'll put it here. In S4 HANA, in S4 system, both vendor, customer numbers same as customer numbers, same as BP number. BP numbers. So now why the same numbers is to be required? Let's say there is a one vendor which is some Mahindra group. Let's say Mahindra Mahindra group. So now with this vendor which I have created, let's say the vendor is a, let's say 10th of the vendor which I have created. So now the BP also, so the business partner, so the same vendor. This is the vendor, okay, Mahindra Group vendor. Then this is the BP, let's say. So the BP also I'll create is a Mahindra Group. So Mahindra Group here, if I have a different number here, let's say 20,000. So what will happen here? This is my vendor number. This is my vendor. This is the BP number. So this is my vendor. The same logic is applicable for customers also. Then if this is my vendor number, if this is my BP number, then again, the users will get confused here. While posting, if they want to post to this particular vendor, then they can use that will come from the drop down. But now if they want to pull out some reports, then if they want to specify, if they want to draw the reports from business partner level, again that will be difficult because this is a different number, this is a different number. So that is the reason what SAP is telling that both should have a synchronization concept. So synchronization is nothing but my vendor, my BP number ranges, both should be same. It should not be the differ. It should not be the differ. So that what it will happen, due to the synchronization concept, both numbers same. So now vendor is a BP, BP is a vendor or customer, whatever it may be. So same number, the business, the management also can able to draw the report easy without investing time in the analysis. Okay, otherwise it will be difficult for them to identify the BP numbers or customer numbers. This is one of the biggest change. But now only thing is that what we have to do, we have to map the additional things here. Number ranges we have to, this concept is remain same, but this concept we have to do in addition to that one. Then the mapping here is a different. Again, the mapping we have to do the separate in between to correlate these two things. There is a separate place it is there. So now completely one business partner, if I want to create in S4 in ECC, what we were doing, if I want to create a customer, I must have to create separate master data. Just remember, in ECC, if we want to create a customer or vendor should have separate master data. But now, whereas in S4HANA, does not required to have a separate uh, separate master data. I mean separate group. Even if you have assignment, then it will work. In S4HANA does not require to have a separate master data. We can create vendor or customer, or we can extend. Okay, I would say instead of creation, we can extend by assigning the role. What will happen? The role which I am going to assign. Let's say now I have already created a vendor. I would like to extend that vendor as a customer. What I will do? Simple, I will I will go back. I will extend that role as a customer role so that business partner will be enabled for customer assignments. That we will see that one. So this is the one very, very important one for configuration, what it has been changed here. Now, let me create the,
Sir, one question now you are
yes, sir,
saying.
please, please.
First, maybe we are selling to the one customer. One customer perspective you are speaking, right?
Yes,
Maybe as you mentioned, Mahendra is our customer. We are selling to Mahendra.
exactly,
Initially, we thought he's the customer only. Later date, he want to supply his material to us.
exactly,
That time we don't require to create. That time we need to just extend.
exactly. Yes, yes, the
Sometimes, certain
role we
times,
need to do.
initially, roll to me. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes, sir.
in this case, like vendor group, you are saying like maybe is that somewhere we will define this is a vendor group or like customer group. Here we need to define here. Here now you mentioned initially vendor group. Okay. In the same
Exactly,
way, we have to define customer group also. It is not
exactly,
required.
exactly.
Mm,
Customer group also we have to define. We have to
okay.
define vendor group and customer group. The both should be interlinked to your BP, both groups.
Okay. Okay.
Then only it will work. That's the
So
concept.
now, now for example, in this case, BP is
Mhm,
linked to this one. For example, now vendor Mahendra is initially is our customer. Okay,
mhm,
then
mhm.
we might have mapped to customer under customer group.
Yes,
Okay, and we have mapped according to the BP also. Maybe
yes,
that time. Okay, now
yes,
he has been extended to the vendor. Now
yes,
we are purchasing. So
yes.
now he has to be mapped vendor group as well as customer group, right?
Both.
Mahendra. Both he has to be mapped.
Exactly. Yes. Here only the vendor group. The similar way we
We
have to
create
map
customer
as a customer. Exactly.
customer.
Exactly. You are in sync now. Yes, you are in sync now. Yes. Customer group. Then let's say
Mm,
the number might be whatever the number which I'm going to
maybe
key.
just okay.
Let's
Maybe yeah. Maybe
EMB the same number or different
mm,
number. It's a depends on the
mm,
requirement. Then again, this will be interlinked to this BP. The straightforward. This will be interlinked to the BP straightforward. What I would say, this customer service. Sorry. Okay, I'll change the name here. This will be interlinked here. So this will be interlinked here to the BP.
but whether we can use the same because if you use maybe 20, maybe if you okay, the number is 10,000 to
Yes,
10,000. Is that
exactly.
only one will be given or multiple
Yes.
we can give?
Which one? Which one, sir?
Sir, we have given number ranges. Service vendors 10,000 to 10,000 to 1,99,000.
Yes, yes,
Material suppliers also we are given same number range.
yes. Okay.
And generally we will give different number ranges, right?
Yeah, yeah. Number
Beneath.
ranges different. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can map, but only to understanding this one I have given, sir, just for
Uh,
understanding.
yeah.
Even we
Oh,
can give like this, as you said here. Definitely, as you said, it is also true. Okay, two we can give.
mm.
Yes, definitely, definitely we
But
should have this.
here still maybe say for example I will take a case of
No problem.
Mahindra. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So for example, we will define customer maybe 40,000 to 50,000 to 50,999 something 50,000 to something.
Customer. Let
Yeah,
me say
yeah.
50,000 to
And to
50,000 and
50,000, 5 lakh,
whatever it. Yes, sir.
yeah. So now first
Okay.
initially Mahindra is created under this because we thought is a customer only.
Okay,
Mm,
okay, customer. Okay, first we have created,
It's a
okay,
customer.
as a customer, which I
Maybe
have
we
created,
have
let's
given
say, with 50,000.
50,000.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
maybe yeah, 50.
50,000. Okay,
Okay.
fine. Fine.
Now,
Yes. Yes.
BP number ranges also we will be having 50,000 here. BP groups,
Exactly.
right side.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'll
Mm,
bring this one into down. Yes.
mm,
Yes, it is true. Yes. Okay.
50,000 to
Yeah, please go
50,000.
ahead.
Now this
Yes, please
customer
go
has
ahead.
been we extended the role. We are now this vendor customer we are not creating. That is what I understand. We are not going to create as a vendor, right?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
we are just assigning the role. So now because now he's a create service customer, now he is working as a service vendor. So
Mhm.
now 10,000 has to be assigned to 10,000. Now initially 10,000 to 10,000 in vendor group.
Yes.
Mahendra is also we created as we are not creating right here we
Yes.
are not create. So now it is a two different number ranges, right? In the case of
Exactly.
customer in case of customer, his number is 550,000.
Exactly.
But in case of vendor, it is a 20,
10,000.
10,000.
10,000.
Okay.
10,000.
Okay.
10,000.
Correct. Now he's
Yes.
playing both roles.
Both roles. Exactly. Exactly. Because what I was trying to say, if we would have the same number range mapping here, then customer is having the same, then vendor is the same. So if that is the case, the absolutely what you said, it is the valid scenario. Even if that could be the scenario in the implementation,
Mm,
during the implementation itself, we have to freeze out the number ranges. If that could be the case, if the vendor would
mm,
like to become a customer would like to become a vendor, during the implementation time itself, we have to freeze out.
okay. But generally, this is the business scenario. We will not think like Mahindra is going to. We thought, okay, is a customer we created. That time there is no business. Later day it comes. Maybe that when we are implementing also, maybe there is no existing scenario.
Yeah, if that is the case, then better we would have the separate number ranges. Yes, if that is the, if at the time of implementation, maybe
Mm,
customer might not have that scenario. In
mhm.
future, if that could be the case, then again, better we would have the separate number ranges, because it should be sync. My customer number should be same, my vendor
Vendor number.
number should be same, my BP number all
Uh,
together should be the same. Then only
then
the business users does not have any confusion.
it can be
Yes.
extended. It can be extended to
Exactly.
BP group. Is that service
Exactly.
number? Maybe like
Exactly.
maybe in our scenario, service customers also should have same number in service vendor. Maybe
Yes,
here.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's instead of this one. So here we can have.
We
Yes,
should
sir.
have then.
Exactly. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Now it is in sync. See now the BP also
Uh,
we should have the same.
okay.
Here also the same. Now
So
my vendor also we can. Yes, sir. Yes. Now this can be
material.
possible. Absolutely.
This is a possible scenario. Then
Yes.
only one.
Yes. Yes. Possible scenario. So here all together, which we are all have the same number in here. Where my customer is having the
Mm,
10,000, vendor
vendor
is
is
having
also
the
10,000. Then BP number also
10,000.
10,000. Then
BP also has the 10.
10.
Exactly, sir. Exactly,
So
sir. BP
is the
also.
same number range can be used customer and vendor also E0? Is
Yes,
that we can
yes.
use it?
We can use, sir. We can use.
Mm.
We can use. Absolutely. It's a very much possible. Yes, we can use. But only the concept here
Then
is that
because we are mapping, we are number range group also we need to map only this one only.
no, no, only group.
Mm,
Only
only
see,
group.
the number ranges we are already interlinking to this particular group. Okay, again, no need to map the number ranges. Okay, but we need to ensure
Number.
that one. Yeah, this number range to be sync with vendor and customer, and this number range to be sync with your BP numbers.
Okay, okay,
Yes, yes,
okay.
yes.
In this case only we can extend one customer. If this is a
Exactly.
different customer is number is different, vendor number is different, then we cannot.
No, no,
We
no. We
have to.
can. No, no. We can extend, sir. We can extend, but only the problem is that in the master data BP level, the number will be differ. Customer has a 1,000, maybe vendor have some different number. BP
Yes.
might have different number.
Okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
BP also two numbers will be there. Are we BP? Oh no, BP also same, right? No, no. Then
Same,
for
same. Yes.
example, no, no. But how, sir? For example, customer 1,000 here,
Mm-hmm,
vendor 1,001, maybe
mm-hmm,
2,000. So in this case, if we
mm-hmm.
both are different, then BP side also we should have two, right? Two BP
No, no,
numbers.
no, no, no. See, for one
Mm,
business partner, I can assign two groups, right? One customer group, one vendor group. Business
mm,
BP group, only one group. Okay, let's say if that is the case, okay, now I will
mm,
create only the company code level. That is the one scenario. If that is the case, then I can have the one service vendor, one service customer also. Okay. Then
Sorry.
if that is the case, yes, exactly. Service customer. Okay, I'll put it, okay, let's say one or possible two. Okay, service customers, as you said,
Mhm.
customer. Then we will have here two groups. This will be linked to my customer. This will be linked to my vendor. Yes, but number ranges will be same. Yes, that can be also possible, sir. Yes. That is also possible scenario.
And a service
Yes.
customers, for example, if it is a two different customer, and then here we will map it as a 20,000, like something, whatever, different customer.
Yes.
It will be
Yes. Yeah.
okay.
20,000 in the sense
Because
again,
we,
again the,
uh,
yeah.
no, no.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
So first scenario, I understand when both customer, vendor, and BP number is same. That is clear. I understood. Now my case is that vendor number is something for Mahendra is one 10,000, and
Okay.
when my and when I created a customer, it is a something 20,000. For
Let's say
example,
let's say the customer
customer
number
is 20,000 for Mahendra.
20,000.
Okay, yeah. So now when I create a BP number, see 20,000, it may be there in E0, or maybe it could be in even in customer side, the number range group.
Okay, so now see, now
Uh,
it could be might be in E0, it might be in
it can
different.
be,
Okay, so if that is the case, see now here, let's say for service customers, let's say you have the number this one 20,000 to, let's say is a 20,099. Let us
okay.
assume, let us assume. So now the moment when you are creating vendors, the moment when you are selected vendor role, with this combination, which number is assigned, system will have a look at which BP number is assigned for these vendors, which number range is mapped at FI level. If it is sync, then it will create same number, or else which number is have vendor, which number is have BP. BP is the same. Okay, BP will generate. But for again, you are extending the role to customer role with existing BP. BP number will not change. Do you
Okay,
got it,
okay.
sir? BP number will not change. Only the customer number will be updated here. One moment. Let me show you, sir. Maybe it is a bit confusion for you. /n BP. Let me show you anyone. It's not the organization. Let me select a business partner. Somebody has already. Okay, now. So now this is the BP. It is already been created. Let us assume. If this is the business partner already created, one number will be there for this business partner. Let's say supplier. Okay, finance service BP. Let's say I'm selecting is a, it's a supplier, is a customer, sorry, vendor, supplier. So now this BP has the different number here. Okay, this customer, as let me select which BP has created a role with the FI. So that will be easy. Test BP vendor. The limited BPs are created. Business partner, startup, domestic customers, foreign customers, domestic customers. That is that. Okay, domestic suppliers. Yeah. EWM, somewhere Citibank. Okay, let me choose this one. Which role it has? Okay, so now if you see here, let me go to here, FI customer. This has created as a FI customer. Let me go to company code here. Now you can see here, this BP number is created only one.
Okay.
Now, this BP has created with customer under this company code combination. Here, there is no synchronization because the number ranges are differ here. BP number ranges differ, customer number ranges differ. Let's say I'm going to extend the same business partner with the role to the supplier.
Okay.
Instead of supplier, let's say I'm going to extend for the FI customer. Let's say, let me extend here. FI, FLV, it is there. FLVN. So this is the FI vendor. So now you can see here, customer already here.
Okay.
BP already created.
Okay.
The moment when I selected the role here, this
Okay.
is the internal number range with which number it is going to create. I do not know. Let me give the company
Yeah.
code. For which
Okay.
company code it was there, even I don't remember. Let me do one thing, sir. One small thing. Let me go back here because for which company code it has created, I don't remember that one. Let me go here. Company code is a
Yes.
S410. Yes. Let me change the role here. FLVN. FLVN. Let me give the S410, the same company code. Now, see, system would require is a reconciliation account. The same reconciliation account does not create it. So now if there is any reconciliation, then whatever the number ranges which are assigned for this particular group, then system will generate a separate number for this one. So here in our case, my BP number is the remain same, constant, same. My customer number is differ, my BP number also will be differ. My vendor number will be differ, customer number also will be differ
Mm,
here.
okay.
This is your
Okay.
scenario. Exactly. Is it clear, sir, now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's clear, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so fine. No problem. So this is the one important thing. Okay, so let me complete this configuration. So, sir, do you
Yeah.
have time, right? Just 10-15 minutes.
No. No.
Let
No
us.
problem. Yeah. Yeah. We
No
will. Yeah.
problem. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So now,
Because these are the.
yeah, fine. No problem. Because this is the important one. So that is the
Yeah.
reason I would like to. Okay. Now account groups. Let me define the account group here. A001. Then service vendors, company code data. So again, the controls here. Reconciliation account is mandatory. Cash management. Sometimes it will ask you. It will ask us as a mandatory. That is the reason I'm just selecting as a display. Just taking time. Okay. Yeah, fine. Taking time. Okay. So A001 system is telling that it is already created. Okay, let me do one thing. B001. Let me create this group one. Okay, so B001, it is available. Now let me go to the company code data, reconciliation account. Okay, so let me save this one. So now B001 I have created. So the number ranges. Now the matter here is the number ranges. Define, create number ranges. So what we can do? So there is a number range, which is synchronization. Synchronization. Let me use the synchronization. This is the number range which is already in sync. Let me use the Z1. Z1. So Z1 it has it has the sync with the BP number range Z1. So let me, or else we can use any one other number ranges. But the problem here is that again Z1 or Z2.
You can use that one, sir. What is the
Z1.
already the
Yeah, Z1. Okay.
better
So
we use it.
let
Yeah.
me assign Z1 assign number range is here. Then is a B001. So the number range is a Z1. Z1. So now the mapping is done at FI side. But now what is there at business partner side? Now coming back here, the business partner. Now what I have to do. So now first before going to do the configuration, there are pre-checks we have to perform during the implementation time. So if I would say, then here, if you can see here, okay, first let me come from the beginning here so that it will be easy for you to understand, because otherwise the node will be, it's a lengthy node. Now,
Okay.
cross application. So here is the cross application components. Under cross application components, it is in SPRO only, IMG. Now come to the business partner here. Here it will be there, SAP business partner. Then business partner. Now business partner roles here. A relationship, okay, business partner general. Business partner settings here. Activate business partner data controls. This is the important here. BP roles. The roles where we are going to define. These are the, so let's say now if I am choosing this BP role. Now let's say for FLV, let me select it. This is my this is FLV
These are the
vendor.
standard
Okay.
provided roles, sir. We have to.
Exactly. SAP standard provided roles. FLV, this is my standard role for my vendor. See, if I go here inside of this one. So now this role, it consists of FI vendor, builder, plant, purchasing firm. So I can map these many fields inside of that one. FI vendor, external company. So all these parameters will be available. Then again, BP role category. If you want to select again, here is a, then you can select and you can check it again inside of that one. Again, if you can go, let's say I'm selecting for the select a vendor. Let me select as a vendor. If I go here again, if there are anything inside, we can go. So these
So
are
what
the standard. Yes, yes, sir.
BP role category? What does it mean, sir? Is that a clubbing of
See,
BP roles, sir?
see, BP role in the sense, if let's say if you want to create one BP as a vendor, let us
Mhm.
assume FI service vendor.
Mhm.
You have to know, you should know the particular role, which role to be used for that particular vendor is if the vendor is a service vendor.
Like
Let's
instead of a
say,
vendor group, we need to select role here.
no, no, no.
No,
So no,
in
see the
ECC.
group is different. See, now I'm talking about only role. If this role will have in your BP, then this is your service vendor group, service vendor. Okay, the role, the BP group, again, that is separate concept. These are the role. Role is nothing but your authorizations are simple. If
Okay.
BP has this particular role, this
Mhm.
user, this vendor is eligible for the service postings. FI vendor role.
Okay. Mhm.
Simple, if I would
Okay.
say.
Okay.
Then going back. Now the important thing here is that these are the roles. See now, number ranges and grouping. How system should know. Then define number ranges. First, let us see the number ranges. There is a number Z1, Z9 it is there, but that is a synchronization it is there. Z9. Okay, this is the synchronization it is there with us. Then I am going to use, this is the BP number range, remember. Then
Yeah.
I'm going to create the grouping. So now let me create the group B001. Then it's a vendor service. So now take, no problem. You can take it also, no problem. The number range Z9, which I am going to assign here. Then, so now what I have done, I have created the vendor name, vendor number range and BP number range. But where is that assignment? Again,
Yeah.
in order to assignment, come back here Again, come down here before going to do the assignment. This is a very important one, master data synchronization. Now, what is meant by synchronization? How system should know if the vendor is a business partner is a vendor. Then now synchronization objects, this we have to check here. This standard SAP will provide VP, customer, vendor. Then this is the important one. This should be activated, then only the function will work. Otherwise, it won't work. Then this is the very important one. See now, my BP is a customer, my BP is a vendor, my customer is a BP, my vendor is a BP. Activation indicators here, if you can see here, this must has to be activated, then only the system will work. Your BP will be sync with your BP, your customer, or with vendor. Now, then come to this node here. See now, under this customer vendor integration, then come this one. Then settings for business partners setting. So now you can see here CVI integration, customer vendor integration checkpoints here. So now it is already interlinked. Okay, settings for BP roles. So what they will ask in the interview, do you know about CVI integration? C stands for customer, V stands for vendor, I stands for integration. Don't confuse that one. Okay. Then come to the, okay, so now synchronization of master data. Somewhere customer vendor integration, then business partner settings. Now, let's say now vendor integration. Now the assignment part. Assignment part, define number ranges. Here, assign number ranges for the direct BP. Now, new entries. What I have created a group is a B001. This is the business partner group. This is my FI. In finance, where I have created is a B001. See, now you can see here, if you have the same number range, you can leave it blank or you can select the same. System will create your vendor number and BP number will be the same. In case if both numbers are differ, then you can leave it blank. System will automatically, it will save the number. It will generate the number automatically. This is where the place how we need to synchronization, how we need to sync that number ranges. I mean both BP and customer. Okay. So now what we have done, we just have created one vendor. The similar way we can map, we can create customer also. Then we can do that one, the customer. But the concept we need to understand. This is a very important one. The concept, it's a completely has been changed. Then okay, so now I mean, okay, let me do one thing.